to start over. Hello everybody, my name is Raventan, and I'm not a commentary channel, but I can't just ignore this at all. This is something that happened a couple weeks ago that I feel should be talked about. I haven't seen much coverage of it, and it bothers me that this is something that's happened. So, this is a different type of video. It's over Instagram. Has made me mad. You are a hitman. Not actually, like, not the actual kind that makes money. You know, a lot of people in your basement. I know you do. I know I do. I'll make money off of it. You don't either. But you are a hitman. It's an Instagram account that I found it through just doom scrolling past good art, you know, femboy slop and people dying, you know, the usual Instagram stuff. The account had a very admirable goal to spread awareness of EPI, or early pornographic indoctrination, which shouldn't be something you have to do on Instagram, a platform that is flooded by people aged 13 and up, which the target audience is young adults, like teenagers. So this account was doing something very admirable. Yeah, Instagram has a pornography problem.
That's what I'm saying. Google, show me this guy's balls.
So there's a brief history of all this. Your Hitman's account was made a few years ago. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember I found it like either late 2023 or early 2024, something like that. And the videos go something like this. I can't find them, so I'll just explain them to you. They say it's a black background with this music from, I believe, Ultra Kill. I don't remember. It says, "Do you want to be a hitman?" Waits a couple seconds and says, "Great. There are marks in the description. Be discreet. Don't harass anybody. Move in silence." You know, standard hitman LARPing nonsense. 3 or more accounts that were tagged that you would go look at, report to Instagram for nudity or sexual activity or anything else in that category, and see if it got banned. A lot of people would do that, hop in and then put a gif from the Hitman game of a guy, you know, adjusting his tie, which would really make things hard, because when people started catching on what was happening, they'd start privating their account, deleting videos to avoid bans, and then, you know, some people go to this other account now, I post there, which is whack. You know, over the course of the account's life, it got shadow banned multiple times, which shadow banning on Instagram is basically just, hey, your account's still here, but only your followers can see what you post, and people that specifically look for your account, which sucks because that makes the spreading awareness of EPI much harder, and less people will be able to know about it. But thankfully, they got unshadow banned, then re-shadow banned, then unshadow banned, and now, as of a couple weeks ago, the account is just banned. I believe personally that it's for like spam or harassment, which according to Instagram's TOS, yeah, it would be spam and harassment, because you're telling a bunch of people to go report this account, and then a lot of people are going in there and harassing the account, even though it says don't harass people in the Your Hitman account. Instagram's still like, hey, this is harassment, which means that Instagram moderation had to check that, see what he was doing, and said, yeah, you're in the wrong. These accounts are just being attacked.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
Out of the accounts that we all reported, or I reported at least, only about 35% of them actually got banned, which is crazy when you think about it, because a lot of these accounts, the way they pushed porn on Instagram was either just by blatantly uploading whole videos from other, like, you know, porn platforms. Some put like a timer at the beginning that you had to skip through, and then the video would be there, which I believe is to bypass the auto mod, because it doesn't look the whole time. Others would have a completely normal video, and then in a small corner would be the porn video. Some of them, which were disgusting, would have like a PSA about breastfeeding, which is somehow allowed on Instagram. Don't ask me why that is. And then in the corner, or it would pop in for a couple seconds and then fade out of, you know, the porn video. And then The worst ones I found were literal minors dressed pretty provocatively, dancing in a suggestive way, and then in the description of the videos and the description of the accounts would be like a Telegram link, which would lead you to a Telegram either person or chat room where people would be trading or selling CP, like straight up. And it wasn't always just, adults doing it. I found some where it was the minor themselves selling CP of themselves and their friends. Of course, I didn't look at any of this because if I had, my parents would come home and see a brand new ceiling ornament right there. And disgusting. When I reported the chats to Telegram, only about 25% of them were removed. And when I reported them to Instagram, almost none were removed because it's just, a kid dancing. That's like TikTok, Instagram Reels have that all over. And you can't give Instagram context of, hey, they're doing this to attract, attention to their account. Go to their link, and their link is CP. And you can't give Instagram any sort of context, which is terrible. The good parts of it, though, of your Hitman's, even with all of that said, a lot of accounts either got deleted or received enough attention from the Hitman crew that they would shut down their own account, even though they just make another one. But even now, YAAH Hitman has a Discord server, which I will link in the description, that you can go to. If you find an account, there's a channel called like Marks or something, and you can put them in there and have people mash report it there, and hopefully Instagram gets rid of them, accepted and unbanned, but the chances of that are pretty slim. There were other accounts based off of YAAH Hitman that would do the same thing that got banned, and I don't believe any of them are back. Goodness, sorry. In conclusion, Instagram is a platform that targets young teens. Like, that is our target audience. By the UI, the content, the stuff on there, the target audience is young adults and teenagers, ranged 13 and up, which I know for a fact there are individuals on Instagram that are below the age of 13. It just happens. You can lie about your age. If they ever put age verification on there, people will get an older sibling's ID or the parent's ID, and they'll just let it happen. And they can see all this stuff, which is harmful. Because EPI, like I referred to, early pornographic indoctrination, is harmful. It is a real thing. It is something that a lot of people have faced. I've faced it. It's something that has messed up a lot of my younger life, and getting past it has been hard. And even now, it's still a struggle to, if I see something, the thought comes up like, oh, this is here, no one's around, but I have to tell myself no every time. It messes with the younger audiences because your brain is still developing until you're like 23 or something. And when you experience something that traumatic or that extreme at that young age, it can lead people to doing more extreme things in the future, which is not good. And getting past it is, like I said, it's a struggle. The average age, I believe, for individuals being exposed to pornography is 10 years old. That's not the minimum age, that is the average, which includes people above and below 10. I was 7, and I'm now 20. 13 years ago, I first encountered it when just innocently looking for, Pokemon content on YouTube to find, like, walkthroughs of black and white. And then boom, there was just something there that was on YouTube. I didn't know any better, and that's what sparked it all. But yeah, YAAH Hitman is trying to figure, is a figure trying to mitigate this issue on Instagram, and I respect it. Feel free to join the Discord. Like I said, it'll be in the description. Report any accounts that you find that are like that. Spread the cause, and if you've been subjected to EPI and you're struggling with it, or you've got past it, feel free to comment down below with your stories or anything. And just stay safe on the internet. Keep yourself positive. if you've got younger siblings, or if you have younger siblings and you're still at home, let your parents know that they need to properly monitor what they do on the internet, even with apps like innocent games or shows that look like they're for kids. Let them know that they need to look into that kind of thing, because not everything is as it seems. And if you've got kids of your own, you know, guide them gently through it and let them know the dangers, and just be aware of what's out there. I don't want to fearmonger or anything, just saying that it's a problem and so many people are subjected to it. But yeah, stay safe on the internet, keep yourself positive, have a good day. That's about it. Bye.